Alright, let's give it another try. See how it goes down. And if the cameras are, and if the computer is willing, and if the cameras are willing, we'll get back to playing Revolt. If there are still anyone who are still with me, I'm going to explain, quickly go through how root works right now, and then we'll get to playing. Finally, after a little bit of delay from some technical difficulties. Yeah, all right. Looks like it's at least it's moving at a. There you go. There you go. Yeah. It's fine. That looks fine. That looks fine. All right, great. Let us give it a go. All right. So we are playing root. As you can see right here, this is the board that we're playing on. This board right here, that's called the mountain board, and there you have a bunch of clearings. So root is usually like root is fundamentally played as a game on a board that depicts a forest. All right, so it is fundamentally a forest with several clearings in it. This is a particular special board that came with the Underworld expansion, and this is the mountain pass, or the mountain. The board is called the mountain. That clearing right there is the mountain pass. All right, so here at the bottom right here, you will see there is a victory point tracker, and it goes from 0, where all of us start, to 30, which is the victory condition. The first faction, the first player to reach 30 will win immediately. All right, so we have I am now playing as Corvid Conspiracy, and as you can see right there, we have, this is my board. So you see Corvid Conspiracy, and these are my warriors. These are all a bunch of little crows. All right, and this is what a root board basically looks like. yeah, it does look like COVID. It does kind of reminisce of that. So as you can see, the game each player's phase goes through 3 main phases. You have the birdsong, the daylight, and then last but not least, the evening. All right, so let us have a look at the different factions that are currently in play. So first off, we have the mechanical Marquees, which have these warriors right here. These are the cats. The mechanical Marquees 2.0 is the bot that is playing as the cats, and their board looks like this. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong button. They focus on building their buildings in the forest, or in this case the mountain, and the mechanical Marquees wants to build out the forest and extract all the resources from the forest. So that is what the bot is going to be trying to do. And a quick rundown of how their player phase works. we have the bird song in which we will reveal. So each of the bots will start with revealing the card to see what they're going to do. They reveal, and then they have... Oh, come on, focus. Focus. Why won't you focus? There you go. Sorry about that. Craft is in the bird song, and then we have daylight, in which they battle, recruit, build, move, and expand. And then we have score and discard. And then as over here we have a extra part that is escalated daylight. That is if they weren't able to build and they don't have enough buildings out. So let's have a look at the board right here. As you can see, you should be able to see the numbers. Let me know if you're unable to see the numbers clearly. You should be able to. If not, I should do some tweaking. However, so these are 12 different clearings. And the clearings are openings in which you can build buildings and move around. So these are all your warriors in the clearings, and then the player with the most warriors and buildings in a clearing, they rule that clearing. So then that ruling the clearing it affects a bunch of different facets of the game. So for a lot of factions it's important to rule the clearing. For some other factions it's not as important. All right. Next up we have the Vagabot, which is this board right here. And the Vagabot looks like this. It's this little fella right here. There we go. So the Vagabot is just one single character, and he has to do a bunch of different things in order to become the hero of the forest. And as you can see this card right there, that is the character that I chose for this Vagabot. That is the thief character, and that means that whenever the Vagabot does a special move, the Vagabot will take a random card from the enemy in your clearing with most points there, and then most pieces there, and there you go, onwards. Alright, so the Vagabot has the reveal and craft, as you know. So when you're crafting, these are those items at the top right there. If you have a look, you will see these pieces. Those are pieces that pretty much the Vagabot is the only one that has any use of. But those are the things that you craft whenever you're crafting. And so when you're considering crafting, or you're at the crafting space, that's what you're considering, dependent on the cards that you have in your hand. All right, so let's have a quick look at the cards. You can see here, these are the cards that are in my hand at the moment, and there you can see they're all yellow. That means that they are all in the bunny clearing color. So the colors of the forest are 3 different colors. There's the yellow, the orange, and the red. The yellow are the bunny clearings, the orange are the mouse clearings, and the red are the fox clearings. Then let's hop on over to the automated alliance, which are these fellows right here with these warriors, as you can see here. They're represented by little mice, and their board looks like that. So they are primarily trying to spread their influence across the forest, in this case the mountain, and gain their sympathy from the other forest animals. And with the sympathy, they will gain more influence, and with the more influence, they will be able to do more stuff. Lastly, but not least, we have the electric Erie, which this is their board, and their warriors are birds, and they look like, oh, come on, they look like this. So there you go. Come on. Focus on the bird, please. There you go. That's their warriors. They are rather angry because they are trying to... Nope. Wrong. Do not focus on what's behind. Come on. Oh my gosh. It's freaking... It insists on focusing on the board, apparently. So they are the birds that originally ruled the forest. And if we have a look at there, should be able to get a better possibility of focusing on the bird warrior right there. So that is the warriors. So they are coming back to reclaim their forest, because they were the original lords of the forest. Now they are trying to reclaim it from the mechanical Marquees, or Marquees the cat, as the faction is known. Then you have the Vagabot, or the Vagabond, who is basically just trying to become the hero of the forest, hero to the people. And you have the Automated Alliance, who are the rest of the forest animals. And then here I come as Corvid Conspiracy, and I'm here to wreak havoc. Just generally be a nuisance. Alright. Any questions? Do feel free to put them into chat. And if there isn't anything else that you need, I say we get started with the game. How about that? What do you think? Shall we just get on right into it? So what we will be doing first is that we will be revealing a card for the Mechanical Marquees 2.0. And there you go. As you can see here, it is a bird card, and it does not have a craftable item. Also, yes, I forgot to mention, for those of you who know Root already, I am playing with the Partisans and Exiles deck. I am playing on the mountain map, whereas here gives you an extra victory point if you rule that clearing at the end of your turn. And I am playing as Corvid Conspiracy, and I'm playing against all the 4 base factions through the Clockwork expansion. Alright. Don't worry. Yeah, cats are represented. Yeah, so the cats will begin. There is no crafting, so they will just put that to the side. And then they will go for Escalated Daylight instead, because they got a bird card, and bird cards are wild, and when they're order cards, they have a unique something unique about them. So the first thing the cats will do is they'll battle in each clearing. What that means is that they will basically just be attacking me, because there are no other enemies in which the cats are present with in any of the clearings. So first we will take the highest priority one, this one. The cats will battle me in that one, and let's see how that goes. We have a 2 and a 1. That means that we both do damage to each other, and then that means that the cat warrior goes back and the crow warrior goes back. Now they will battle in that clearing right there. Or wait, no, this clearing first, because that has the highest priority now of the remaining ones. So let's see how they are doing. And we got a 2 and a 0. As you can see, if it would just please focus. If it would just focus. Thank you. 2 and a 0, that means I do no damage to the cat, but the cats do 1 damage to me. Lastly, we have in the 10 clearing, the cats will attack me there as well. Let's see how that goes. And we have a 1 and a 2, and that means that we both deal damage to each other. So we both take each other out. Oh, sorry, I forgot to switch back to the main cam. We take each other out. So now no one rules that clearing. Alright, I hope you're happy, cats. Now they will recruit 2 warriors, each in the 2 clearings you rule of lowest priority. So, 11, do we have a 12 here? Yes, there we go. So they will recruit 2 cats in 12 and 2 cats in 11. And then they will build a building of the type with the most pieces on the map in the clearing you rule with the most marquees. Warriors. So it doesn't, they don't have any pieces. So they will build a sawmill. And then on the tie, the most marquees warriors, it's a tie between the which clearing to build in. Therefore, they will build in the clearing with the highest priority, which is this one. There you go. All right, and then we move all but 3 warriors, so they would now move all from every clearing where they have more than 3 warriors. They would move to some other clearing. However, they do not have a single clearing in which they have more than 3 warriors, so they will not be moving anywhere. And that will be the end of their turn. Now they will be moving on to scoring, to the scoring 1 point, because they have 1 building. So the Mechanical Marquees 2.0 are now in the lead. Next up, we then have the Electric Erie. So what the Electric Erie will do is that they will start with revealing an order card. As you can see, it's a fox card, and they will be able to craft an item, because you can see there is a craftable item at the bottom of the card. There it says to give 2 victory points for crafting that item. However, since they are the bots, they will not score any points. They will not score any more than 1 point. So that's correct. I forgot to switch the cameras again. Oh well, you know, NA production, am I right? They craft a hammer, which they then put in their crafted items, and they score 1 victory point for crafting, and then they add it to the decree over there. All right. Now they resolve the decree from left column to right. Recruit warriors equal to the number of cards in this column in magic clearing with a roost. So they have to recruit in a fox clearing with a roost. There we go, right here. So they recruit 1 warrior because they have 1 card in this column right there. Move from the magic clearing rule of the highest priority. There's only 1, and they move so that they have 1 warrior left. And they move to a clearing with no roost, which are all of them, because they only have 1 roost on the board. So moving a clearing with the fewest enemy warriors, which means here, so they will be moving all of their fellas all over there. And next up, they will battle against the player with the most buildings there. If this come, so they will battle here, but there is nothing to battle there, so they will not battle. And then we go to the next column, which is the last one in this case, the bird column, the bird card column, and here they have 2 bird cards. So they recruit 2 warriors in this clearing right here, because the bird card it is wild, so it can be any, so it counts for any other color. That's why they're recruiting 2 there. And then they move from Magic Clearing Rule, so they move 2 from here and move in here as well. They're really ganging up on that cat right there in clearing 6. And then they battle in that clearing against the cats. So now the cats will get revenge for attacking me. So there you go. That is 2 attack from the birds and 1 attack from the cats. However, there is only 1 cat to attack here, so that 1 cat goes and the 1 bird goes. Now they already ruled that clearing, but you know yes, all right. So they battled. Now they place a roost here. They have built a new roost. And then we go into the evening, score the victory point. So that is 1 victory point. And that is the end of the Electric Erie's turn. Now we head on over to do the reveal card for the Automated Alliance, and as you can see, it is a yellow bunny card with no craftable items on it. So they will not be crafting. They will revolt. They cannot revolt. If you did not revolt this turn, spread sympathy twice. If you have 4 or fewer sympathetic clearings, or sympathetic clearings, or spread sympathy once if you have 5 or more. Alright, so they will now spread sympathy twice. So first, they will spread sympathy. Place a sympathy token in the ordered unsympathetic clearing, which, as you can see, is the yellow one. So they will place 1 sympathetic clearing in the yellow one, with the fewest enemy warriors adjacent to any sympathetic clearing. They don't have any sympathetic clearing, so the one with the fewest enemy warriors is this one. So they will place a sympathy there in the middle one, and then they will spread sympathy once more. No such clearing. Instead, place a sympathy token in the clearing with the fewest enemy pieces. And then they will spread sympathy over there. And now it's daylight, so they will spread sympathy once more. So they scored 1 victory point because they spread sympathy, and then they will spread sympathy once more and score another victory point. Yeah, so that is the fewest enemy pieces, which would be here. Alright, and surprise revolt. No. Organize. There are no clearings with bases, so they cannot. And then so we discard the order card. Now we move on to the Vagabot. The Vagabot will reveal a order card. As you can see here, it is a mouse order card with no craftable items on it. So the Vagabot will first to a few undamaged, no slipping, so it will start daylight, and the mouse gives it quest first. So the first thing it will do is quest. Move to the nearest clearing matching the quest. Then exhaust any 2 items to discard the quest and score +1 and then replace the quest. So it moves here. Doesn't say that you're supposed to exhaust items per move. Does that mean that the Vagabot doesn't have to exhaust items per moves? It's a good question. Well, let's just say that. Move to then exhaust any 2 items to discard the quest and score +1. So it has scored 1 victory point and then replace the quest. So there you go. That's the discard for the quests, and there you go. That's the next quest right there. Next quest is to give a speech in the rabbit clearing. That is the current quest for the Vagabot, and that is I don't know. I mean, it looks like the camera is go away. Camera is still acting up a little bit, unfortunately, which is a shame. Which is a shame. Just try to stop and start it. See if that helps. Okay. At least it looks like it's a little better now. Yeah. Okay, so I guess I'll just restart it whenever needed. So just let me spam in chat if the camera starts to lag in like this camera right there. Right. Now they are done questing. Now they're aiding. Target a player in your clearing with any items. No items for the mechanical Marquees 2.0. Distribute to exhaust any item possible up to the number of items they have. Take that many, then draw that many cards. Nope, none of that. So no aiding, and then they will battle. Move to the nearest clearing with any pieces of an enemy with the most victory points, which is either the Automated Alliance or the Electric Erie. The Electric Erie has the highest. That's the highest. Wait. Okay. If target defender is in multiple clearings at equal distance, move 2 clearings where they have most buildings and tokens, then fewest warriors. So I guess it's up there then. So the Vagabot goes up there. The most victory point, exhaust 1 item to battle that player. So exhaust 1 item to battle this. So the Vagabot gets a victory point for removing that token. The human removes simply the token of warrior. They must discard a magic card if they cannot use card. Alright, so nothing particular happened there. Okay, very good, very good. Last we have repair. There is no need, if you have any damaged items, no need to try to repair anything. If you have any damage items, no, refresh 4. If you have none, refresh 6 instead, so refresh all the items. Discard the order card. Alright. Now, it is finally my turn. Let's see what I can do here in this forest with the corvid conspiracy. Alright. First, in Birdsong, I will craft using plots. I do not have any plots. Flip plot tokens of your choice face up in clearings. With any corvid warriors, for each flip, score +1 per face up plot on the map. Then resolve its flip effect, if any. Alright. So, none of that. Recruit once per turn. Spend any card to place one warrior in each matching clearing. So I will spend this card right here. I will spend that. Oh, there you go. I'll spend this card to place a warrior in each bunny clearing. So we have a warrior there, a warrior here, a warrior here, and oh right, I cannot place a warrior up there because the mechanical Marquees have their keep there. All right, take up to 3 actions. Swap to plot tokens, both face up or face down on the map. Bundle, remove 1 corvid warrior, +1 per plot token you place this turn from a clearing with no plot token there to place a face down plot token there. All right. So I wonder, what should I do? Should I just put down a plot token over there, or should I? Because I don't think do I want to just get rid of all of my birds? Just put a couple of plot tokens down? That's a good question. Do I know, can I remove any? I can't, can I? But they can attack. So the corvid thing, the deal with the corvid is that they are trying to do trickery, right? They're trying to trick their opponent, trying to get them to do stuff that will help the corvid conspiracy. And that's kind of hard when you're playing against bots, because they don't really it's kind of hard to use mind tricks on them. So there will be some slight differences when I'm playing as corvid conspiracy against the bots. All right. Well. Well. I guess I'll take up to 3 actions. So I'll move this fella over there to there. Oh yeah, you still have a Minecraft server? That's good to hear. I'm glad the Minecraft server hasn't gotten lost or anything. Oh, you did? You updated it? What's new in the Minecraft server? No worries, it's fine. You're the only one here, so I probably made apartments. Like that's what apartments have. What does that mean? Is that some kind of thing? Like little wood buildings? Like that are spawning automatically, or that you just, or you've physically gone into the game and made some buildings there. for people that come in for a bit and need to start a home. How to do it. Oh, that sounds lovely. That sounds pretty chill. That's nice. That's pretty nice to have a starter building for people who are joining. All right, I'll put this bomb token right there. And then I will put a raid token right here. Which means that I'll remove all of these. There we go. You may take an extra daylight action. If you do, you do not draw cards during the next step, which I do. So I do not take an extra daylight action. So I draw a card, and it is this one. The mouse. Discard that to 5. League of Adventurous Mice. Once in daylight, may exhaust an item in a crafted items box to take a move or initiate a battle. Alright. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah. I guess that's it for me now. Let's see what the mechanical Marquees are doing. There you go. It's a mouse card and it's a craftable items on it. Investments. So they craft this item and score 1 victory point for crafting that item. Yeah. And then they move on to daylight action, which is first battle in each ordered clearing. So the mechanical Marquees battle in each mouse clearing. So we have the lowest priority here, no cats. Here, no cats. There, that's a automated alliance token. So it's time to do the roll. 0 and 3. All right, so they remove this token. They remove the token and they score 1 victory point for removing the token. Right, and then they recruit 4 warriors evenly distributed among clearings you control. So that is 2 in this one, and then 2 in this one. And then we build a recruiter in the clearing with the most warriors, which is this one clearly. There we go. And move all but 3 of your warriors from each ordered clearing to the adjacent clearing with the most enemy pieces. So 2 of them move. That is here we have 1 or kind of 2 enemy pieces, 1 or 2 enemy pieces. So they move 2 cats in here and then expand if they didn't build, but they did build, so now they score 1 point. And that is about it. Into this card. Next up we have the Electric Erie. So let us have a look at what they got. They got this bird card right here, this ambush card. So there is no craftable item on it, so it will just be placed in the column right there. Good. Now they resolve the decree. They recruit one warrior in the fox clearing. There you go. With a roost. Move from magic clearing rule. Yeah, this they rule here. So they move from here to no roost, which is this is the only available one. So they move one warrior in there. Oh hey, cool. Welcome to the stream, Terminite. Nice seeing you here. Move, and then we have battle in the merchant clearing. That means they are going to be battling the cats here, and for some reason they decided to move a warrior out of the clearing before they battle. Hey, who am I to judge, hey? They battle the cats in that clearing. Let's see how that goes. 3 and 1, so that is 1 each. So 1 bird is out and 1 cat is out. Now the electric area still rule this clearing because they are the lords of the forest, and they are tied in presence because the building counts as much as 1 warrior, and the cats have 1 warrior there. That is it. Now we move on to the next column. Recruit warriors equal. Cards column in a magic clearing with a roost. So we have 2. So it's a clearing with most enemy pieces. That would be here. So they recruit up 3 birds, 3 warriors in that clearing where they were just almost evicted. Now move from the magic clearing rule of highest priority, which is this. Move to adjacent clearing with the fewest enemy pieces. So they they have to have 3. They have to have 3 warriors there because they have 3 cards. All right, that's fine. Let us continue on to battle in the merchant clearing against the player with the most buildings there. So, if this color has the most cards, clearing ties, battling such clearing with no roost. So, they will not be battling against this lone cat here. They will be battling there. All right, let's see how that goes with these. With this 1 bird against these 3 cats. And that is a 2 against a 0, so the cats don't do any damage to the birds, but the birds do take out 1 cat. All right. That's good. Now they can build a roost. However, except they can't. If you cannot place a roost, you fall into turmoil. Humiliate, lose 1 victory point per bird card, including viziers on the decree. Yeah, so that they lose 3 victory points, meaning that they are back down to 0 victory points. Purge, discard decree, except viziers. There you go. All of this goes out. And go to evening. Score the VP list on the right. Most empty space on the roosts track. So that is 1 victory point, and they are up to 1 victory point. All right, that is the end of the Electric Erie's turn. Now we have the Automated Alliance. let us draw a order card for them. It's an ambush card, so that is a card without a craftable item. But it is a bunny card. So let's see what they do. There will be no crafting if the order card is a bunny. Do revolt instead. Can they revolt? They do not have any sympathetic bunny clearing, so they cannot revolt. Public, if you do not revolt, it's turn spread sympathy twice. So they spread sympathy here. Place a sympathy token in the ordered unsympathetic clearing. So they spread sympathy there, gaining them 1 point. And then they are going to do it again. But now they do not have a clearing in which there are they do not have an adjacent bunny clearing, so they're going to have to go to place a sympathy token in the clearing with the fewest enemy pieces. Sorry, 4 versus a whole bunch and 3. So they will spread their sympathy here and gain 1 victory point for that. And then we go into daylight and they spread sympathy again. That is then in the bunny clearing right there. So that is 1 victory point. When they place a sympathy token with 3 or more warriors of an enemy player, you score 1 pure victory point. Right, so they placed a sympathy token there, and that had 3 or more warriors in it. So they gain 1 fewer victory points for that, and so they didn't gain any victory points for placing that sympathy token there. Now we go to suppress. No surprise revolt, no organizing or recruiting, and we discard the card and we check in with the Vagabot and see what the Vagabot has planned for today. Let us see. We have an ambush card again. Interesting. That's a fox card, so let's see what the Vagabot will be doing. There will be no crafting because this doesn't have any craftable items on it. Slipping, there will be no slipping, so we will start with exploring. Explore, move to the nearest ruin, exhausting 1 item per move, then exhaust 1 item to take an item from that ruin. So we exhaust 1 item because there is a ruin right here, and the Vagabot takes this item from that ruin, giving the Vagabot 1 victory point. Or actually, apparently not. Does it say anything about with the tokens in the Law of Robotics? Faction order, such a ability, battling, dominance cards. Setup, abilities, target legality, action order, such as humans and bots. Most items, persistence. Law of Root, sections 1 to 4. Sections 1 to 4. Let's have a look at the Law of Root. Let's check the sections 1 to 4. Clearing pieces. Each board has a set of golden rules, precedents, public and private information, negotiation and deals, players and faction, game structure, forced effects, drawing cards, spending and discarding, revealing cards, ambush cards, dominance cards, clearing and paths, slots, ruins, explore action, rivers, pieces, buildings, tokens, items, enemy ruler, victory, scoring victory, removing buildings and tokens. Yeah, okay, so the 3 moving, whenever you remove a building, you score 1 victory point. There is no specified change to that. Nope. That means that they will get for removing, but let's have a look at the Vagabot. Bird song, explore. Do not score victory points for exploring. Alright, cool. It's good. That's good to know. Good to know. Sometimes, because the rules are a little bit different depending on if you're playing the faction as a player, a human player, or if you're playing the faction as a bot. The bot has a slightly altered point scoring system. All right, so I'm going to stick to the removal of cardboard and the printed scoring of points, right? Like the Automated Alliance, surely they score points whenever they put out a sympathy token. Score picture point revealed. Yes. All right. Good. Good. Now we're all caught up. Let's go and let's get to it. Vagabot has done the explore action, gotten the item, and it's time to battle. The Vagabot will battle. Move to the nearest connect with any pixel of the enemy with the most victory point. That is either the Automated Alliance or the Mechanical Marquees. The nearest one is the Automated Alliance, so because the Automated Alliance is in the exact same clearing, so the Vagabot will be attacking the Automated Alliance. Now the Vagabot is supposed to, there we go, exhaust an item to, and now it's supposed to roll. However, since there are no warriors here, there is no need to roll because it's an automatic hit, meaning that the Vagabot gains a victory point. And that is the end of the battle. Now we go to specials. Take a random card from the enemy in your clearing with most points there, then most pieces there. Now, I am the only player in that clearing with the Vagabot, so the Vagabot will be taking a random card from me. Let us have a look at which card the Vagabot will be stealing from me. And there we go. It is the only non-bunny card I have. As you can see, my other two cards are bunny cards, and so the Vagabot stole this mouse card from me, which is a shame. It would have been useful to, you know, use a card other than the bunny card, but hey, what can you do? It goes into discard because the bots are unable to hold any cards. They have poor manual dexterity. But since they will be stealing, I have to discard a card, and the Vagabot scores 1 victory point for stealing a card from me. That is the end of that, and we have into evening no damaged items, so we refresh all the items, and then we discard the order card, and we go on to me. It is now time for me to play. Craft using plots, face up or down. Have only bunny plots, but all of my craftable items have to be, should probably whip it like that. All my craftable items have to be crafted using a mouse clearing, so that is unfortunate. But hey, what can you do, you know? I will not be crafting then, so I have to go on to flip. I cannot flip because I do not have any warriors. Once per turn, spend any card to place a one warrior in each matching clearing. So then that is what I will be doing. I will be spending this card right there, this bunny card right there. I will be spending that to place warriors in each bunny clearing. And so there you go. Whenever a human removes a sympathy token or moves any warrior, so it is whenever I move a warrior into the clearing where there is a sympathy token, not whenever I place a warrior there, which is an important distinction. Now I have another warrior over there, and then we have a warrior over there. Now I do in fact rule that clearing, which is very convenient, because that means that I will get a victory point for that. Right, so the mountain pass. A random raven, welcome to the stream. mountain map. We have closed paths. Removing closed paths. To remove it, that player must have at least one piece in either clearing linked by the closed path marker once per turn in the daylight. So that is something I can do now, which I think I will be doing, so that I will be kind of incentivizing the bots to move around a little bit more. I will be spending this card right there to remove this closed path marker. That gives me a victory point, and now there is a path between here, which has been excavated by the moles, I presume. Now I can take up to 3 actions. This is the interesting part. So I should put a few raid tokens, but the problem is +1 per plot token you place from clearing with no plot token to place down plot there. The problem now is that I am not able to have more than 1 token per clearing. So I will remove this bird right here, and I'll place this raid token right here. So whenever this whenever that token is removed, I will be getting a warrior in each adjacent clearing. Now, granted, that is only 2 at the moment, right? So it's only there and there, but you know, it's still getting my warriors out for free, which is quite convenient. Now here I have this, just let it go like that. We have this raid token right here as well. That's the raid token that I've placed down here in clearing 4 as well. And we have up here on 10. That doesn't need a warrior nearby. So what I can do is I can make a move over there, and then I can make another move over there. So now I have 2 warriors in that clearing, as well as a plot token that I can flip next turn. And that plot token I have in that clearing right there, well, that's this good old bomb right here. So whenever I flip this bomb, all the enemy pieces from that clearing is removed. The Vagabot doesn't affect rule over clearing at all, so I don't have to worry about not ruling this clearing just because the Vagabot is there, because I do have a token. Or actually, I do not have a token. Yes, I do have a token, but the token does not count towards rule. So that might have been a less than good idea. We'll see how it goes. Now I did not do the exert. I will not do the exert, so I will be drawing 1 card, and that will be this card right here, the fox card with 2 mouse clearing requirement for crafting, which means that I can craft the monies as long as I retain. Oh, I should probably as long as I retain the tokens in at least 2 of the clearings I currently have them in. So let's hope that I do, because I would like to craft this, as it gives me 3 victory points. But that is not for now. That is a worry for another time. Let us have a look back at the mechanical Marquees 2.0 and see what they will be doing right here. This is their order card. It's a bird card with no craftable items. So they will not be crafting, but they will be having escalated daylight. So let's have a look at the battle. They start with battling in the highest priority clearings and then work their way downwards, because they will be battling in every single clearing they are able to battle in. There are no enemies in that clearing. There is an enemy in this clearing, so they will be attacking the birds. And that is a... Come on. Why will you not focus? There we go. 3 and 0. So the cat attacks the birds. The birds are unable to do any damage to the cats. However, even though the cats did roll a 3, they are only able to do 1 hit to the birds because they only have 1 warrior present. Now, next clearing is 4. This clearing right here. Now, the problem with this clearing right here is that there are 2 different enemies present in that clearing. So the question is, which enemy are the cats going to attack? So according to this, defender battle the player with most pieces there than with most points there. Now, luckily for me, I have far fewer points than the automated alliance, so I will not be targeted for an attack this turn right now. Since there are no automated alliance warriors to defend their token, the cats will do an automatic hit and take out the sympathetic token right there, and that is a point for the cats, and they are now back in the lead. 4, and then we have a 5, where 5 is up there, and then we have a 6, no cats, 7 down here, 8 here. Now the cats will be attacking me. Let's see how that goes. It's a rolly. That is a 2 and a 0. I have to take a look at this. Maybe it needs to be lifted up a little bit. That might be the issue. That might quite possibly be the issue. Oh, I can't bend it anymore. All right. Come on. Is it good? Is it good like that? Let's see. Does it? Yeah, it does focus. Does focus a little bit. Let's see. Is it good with the card? Is it good with the card? Yeah, that's beautiful. I like it. It's looking good. Yeah. What did I get? They got 2 and 0. All right. So they are doing as much damage as they can to me, which would be 1 damage because I only have 1 warrior. I will not be doing any damage in return, so they will only be taking out 1 of my warriors, and I will not be able to do anything in retaliation. 9. There are no one to battle there. They are not present here. They will be battling this bird right there. So let's see how that goes. Presumably it should go pretty well. 2 and 2, so that is 1 damage each. 1 bird is taken out and a cat is taken out. 11 and 12, and then that they will be attacking this sympathy token, and that sympathy token doesn't have any warriors defending it, so it is an automatic hit, and it is a point for the mechanical Marquees. Now they will be recruiting 2 warriors in the 2 highest ranking, highest priority clearings, or lowest priority, right? Lowest priority clearings, yes. So that is 2 warriors here where they just removed the sympathy, and 11, that is 2 warriors here where they just removed a bird. Next up, we will be building a building, and that means we will be building a sawmill in the clearing where there are the most mechanical Marquees warriors, and that is there. And then they will be moving from all the clearings where they have 3 or more warriors, which is only this 1 clearing, and they will move from each clearing to adjacent clearing with the most enemy pieces. So the most enemy pieces would presumably be here because there are 2 enemy pieces as opposed to 1 enemy piece, and then here they now battle in that clearing. Luckily again, I have fewer points than the Vagabot, because the Vagabots has a few more points than I do, and so the mechanical Marquees will be attacking the Vagabot. now let's see how that battle goes. There you go. Good camera. Well done. That's okay. That's fine. You don't have to keep doing it. That's a 1 damage from the mechanical Marquees to the Vagabot, and then no damage in return. So that is one item that has been damaged. All right, that was pretty good. Now let's have a scoring of 2 points for the mechanical Marquees, and then they discard their there you go. I have it right here. They discard their order card. There you go. That is it. Now let's have a look at the electric Erie, and they draw this card. That is a bird card with no craftable items, so they will just skip right to putting it into their right into their decree. So the first and the only column that they will be resolving this turn is the bird one. So that is a recruit first. That means 3 warriors in the mushroom clearing with a roost. One of these two with the most enemy pieces. So they will be recruiting 3 warriors right there in the bottom right clearing. And then they will move from the magic clearing rule of highest priority, which is this right here, with 3 warriors. Move to adjacent clearing with the fewest enemy pieces and no roost, so that is still only 1. Here, it does look like they are a little bit stuck though. Boy. I guess they're waiting for a mouse card to put in their decree to hope that they'll break free of this loop that they've gotten themselves stuck in. It's probably because there's this path right here hasn't been open. It probably would have been a lot easier if they had this path open, because then they could have just gone down there and then just made a building there. But hey, what can I do? I'm not in charge of the bots. Move, and then they battle in a match clearing against the player with the most buildings there. Yes, there. And let's see how this battle goes. I suspect it will not be going super well for the birds though. Still don't want to do the whole... You don't want to do the focus thing, huh? You really don't like the focus thing. That's a shame. Let's see if we can't do a little bit more like that. Maybe that should be good. Maybe you like that more, huh? Alright. Sorry about that. Anyway, it was a 3 and a 1 in this clearing right here. So that it means 2 cats go out and 1 bird disappears. Away you go, bird. And that is it. They are now supposed to be building a roost. However, again, they are unable to build a roost. So again, they also go into turmoil, meaning that again, they are now down at 0 points. And then we humiliate, lose 1 point, discard the decree. There we go. And then we go to evening, which is... Hang on. Looks like... Wait. A little bit. Let's do a quick reset on the camera, because it keeps being an annoying camera. No, not wanting to keep up. But hey, what can you do? What can you do? Let us have a look at the next one. They are now, after they score 1 victory point, they have as many victory points as I do. Let us have a look at the Automated Alliance and see what the order card that they get looks like. It's a mouse card. League of Adventurous Mice. And so they will craft. There are no craftable items, so there will be no crafting. And Revolt. Are they able to revolt? Yeah, looks like they are. Remove all enemy pieces from the ordered sympathetic clearing with the most enemy pieces and place the ordered base there to revolt. The ordered base must be on this board, which is fine. It is, but there are no enemies there, so there won't be removing any enemies, but they will be getting their base out. There you go. Now the Ultimate Alliance has a base. Congratulations. Now that is it. There's no, they did revolt, so then we do a spread of sympathy to this right here, which three or more warriors. There are not 3 or more warriors. There's only 1 warrior per other player. So they will be spreading their sympathy there and gaining 1 victory point for doing so. Then did I forget something? No, the cats attacked. The cats attacked the Ultimate Alliance because they were the ones who had the most victory points, I think. No, they attacked the Vagabot. Okay, yeah. I was worried that I had messed up and I had forgotten to make the cats attack me, but they weren't supposed to, so it's fine. No worries, no worries. Let's continue on. Spread sympathy. Sympathy has been spread. There are no surprise revolts. However, now we can go to evening for the Ultimate Alliance and they can finally do something in the evening for the first time ever. In each clan with a base and 3 or more Alliance warriors, remove all Alliance warriors there and spread sympathy. Place a warrior, so that will not be happening because they do not have any such. Recruit, place a warrior in each clan with a base, so we have a warrior here. Congratulations. Discard the order card. Now we will be drawing an order card for the Vagabot, and let's have a look at what that looks like. It's a bird card with no craftable items on it. So let us see what the Vagabot will be doing. There will be no slipping because it doesn't have the Vagabot doesn't have a bunch of damaged items. So it will be starting with the Explore, which means it will go to the closest clearing with a rune in it. However, the thing is that they are all the closest rune with a rune in it. So move to the closest exhausting, then exhaust 1 item to take an item from that rune. That means that since there are no specified qualifiers for which clearing we're talking about, we will be moving to the clearing with the highest priority, which is this number 9. 1 move. Exhausted 1 item and then exhaust 1 item to take the item from the ruin, and no scoring a victory point because it's a Vagabot and they don't do that kind of stuff. Next up there is quest, so they will be moving. Quest move to the nearest clearing with matching the quest. Nearest clearing are all the same. Exhaust 2 items to do the quest. And so there are no qualifiers, so the Vagabot will be moving into the highest priority clearing, which is the clearing number 1 up there where the cats have their keep. They will be exhausting these 2, the Vagabot will be exhausting these 2 items to perform this quest right here that we saw last time. Give a speech in a rabbit clearing, and they will be gaining a victory point for doing so. So they are now at 5 victory points and they draw a new quest available, and it is an errand in a fox clearing. That is their next quest that they have to do. Now they will be aiding the mechanical Marquees. Target the player in your clearing with any item when the least victory points among those players. exhaust as many items as possible up to the number of items they have. Take that many items from them and score that many victory points. Then they draw that many cards. So exhaust one item to gain, take one item from them, and that is the 6th undamaged item. And so they take it, and then the mechanical Marquees, they are the mechanical Marquees, they're supposed to draw a card, but you know, they have poor manual dexterity, so they cannot hold any cards, unfortunately for them. Now, next up we then have battle, and we have battle. Move to the nearest claim with any pieces of the enemy with the most victory points, and the most victory points is most certainly the mechanical Marquees. However, the Vagabot is now supposed to battle the mechanical Marquees. Unfortunately, they do not have enough unexhausted items to do so. So, they'll have to simply forfeit their turn. If you have any damaged items, refresh 4 undamaged items. And so the Vagabot will be refreshing 4. And then if you are in a forest, repair all items. If not, repair 1 item. So we repair unexhausted. There you go. The Vagabot repaired the 1 damaged item, and then we discard the order card. There we go. Now it is back to my turn. Let us see what I will be doing, because I have this card right here, and I still have not lost my plots from the 2 bunny clearings, which means that I can indeed craft the money. I can craft the protection racket with these 2 plots right there. So crafty, crafty, crafty. There you go. That gives me 3 victory points, and I am up at 4 victory points. Actually almost catching up with the other bots. Now I will flip plot tokens of your choice face up in clearings with any corvid warriors. So there is only one place I have corvid warriors, and that is here. For each flip, score +1 per face up plot, then resolve its flip effect if any. So face up in clearing. So I have a corvid warrior right here, and then I flip this plot token right there, and it is a bomb. Oh boy. Oh yeah, this is there. That means I get 1 victory point for flipping it, and then when it flip, remove all enemy pieces in its clearing, then remove this token. So we remove a kit and we remove a workshop, and then I get a victory point for removing the building, and then we remove this plot token. Yes, alright. Recruit once per turn, spend any card to place 1 warrior in each matching clearing. I cannot, because I do not have any cards. So I can take up to 3 actions. Plot, remove 1 corvid warrior +1 per plot token you place this turn. So I can remove this corvid warrior right here. And I can then put down this plot token right there, and then I do not rule anything because I'm no longer present on the board, so I also cannot move. So definitely no point in taking an extra daylight action, so I will be drawing 1 card. That card is this card right here. It's a fox card with false orders. The false orders will let me in Birdsong may discard this card to move half of an enemy's warriors round up from any clearing, treating yourself as that player and ignoring rule, which is pretty chill. That's good. That's good. I'll keep that card, and we'll see what happens. That is the end of my turn. Now let us go over to the Mechanical Marquees 2.0 and see what is going on with them and their order card. Here we go. That is a bunny clearing order card, and it is tunnels, and there are no craftable items on it, so they will not be crafting. However, they will be battling in each ordered clearing. So starting with the highest, this is very interesting. In fact, this is very interesting. Okay. They will be starting with the highest priority, so they will be attacking the Vagabot in the clearing 1. And the Vagabot has max hit of 2. And let's see how it goes here. And it's 1 against 2, so the mechanical Marquees do 2 damage to, and this goes down to the Vagabot. The Vagabot does 1 damage to the mechanical Marquees and takes out the 1 warrior there. That is the end of that battle, because the warriors are, there are not enough warriors to battle there. However, now in the next highest, they will be battling my plot token here. But as you remember, this is a raid plot token, so which means that when they battle this, when they remove this, come on, please, there we go. When they remove this token right there, I get warriors in each adjacent clearing. So this is removed, and I get a warrior here and a warrior there. Very convenient. Now, next up also we have this, and it is the exact same scenario on that one, because it is a raid token there as well. I get a warrior in each adjacent clearing. However, of course, the cats get 2 points for removing my plot tokens, but that's fine. That is fine. That's perfectly fine. We are starting to appear all over the board now, so we will be able to start doing some fun stuff. Now they are done with battling, so now it is time to recruit 4 warriors evenly among the ordered clearings you rule. So they still rule up there, they rule here, and they rule there. So what happens if you have place of warrior in such a clearing of highest priority? So that means that they will be recruiting 2 warriors over there, and then 1 warrior here, and then 1 warrior over there. And they will be building a workshop in the clearing with the most pieces, with the most warriors, the most Marquees warriors. And there are no other qualifiers, so that means that they will be building in the clearing with the most Marquees warriors of the highest priority. So they will be building their workshop there in clearing 9. And then move all but 3, so they do not have a single clearing in which they are more than 3 warriors, so they will not be doing any moving. There's no need for expanding because they have indeed built. But unfortunately for the cats, they do not score any points because they built the workshop that they built is the first workshop to be placed on the board. So then they just discard the card and we move on to the Electric Erie. Let's hope that they are finally able to get out of their loop. Let's see what they get here. It is a bunny clearing card. That is interesting. I'm not sure what they can do with that, but let's have a look. I think they need a mouse card to get out of their particular predicament. Reveal an order card, and there are no craftable items on it, so we will not be crafting. So we'll just be adding it. So we resolve the decree, recruit warriors equal in number to cards in column in a magic clearing with a roost. They cannot, because they do not have a single bunny clearing with a roost in it. So move from the magic clearing the rule. They are not present in any bunny clearing. So they cannot battle in, because they're also not present in any battle clearing. So they will recruit 2 warriors in this right there, and then they will move from magic clearing a rule of highest priority, and so they will be moving with 3 warriors into this clearing right there, and then they will battle in a magic clearing against a player with the most buildings there. So let's see how they do now. Maybe they are finally able to take down a few buildings. No. Yes, they are in fact able to take down buildings because they take out 1 warrior. However, they get an extra hit because this is the one with the most cards in the column. So they take out a building as well. I guess they take out the sawmill then, because the sawmill is the best to take out. And that gives them 1 victory point. And then now they are done with the battling. Now they do the building, and so they build here. They're finally broken free from their curse, and they are now finally able to move on and start expanding a little bit more. They built the roost. Now they score 2 points, and they are up to 4 points at the moment. And then we move on to the automated alliance. Let us have a look at the ordered card that they draw. It is a fox card with a craftable item, so they do indeed craft. Gotta swap the camera. There you go. Craft the item as mentioned, and it is a root tea. Then we move on to Revolt. They are trying to revolt in the fox clearing, but they do not have any sympathetic fox clearing, so they cannot revolt there. Therefore, they will be getting public pity. They will place a sympathy token in the ordered unsympathetic clearing with the fewest enemy warriors adjacent to any sympathetic clearing. So, with the fewest enemy warriors, which is this one that is up there, that's 1, and they get 1 victory point for that, and they are now tied with me. And that is another spread sympathy. So they will be spreading sympathy to here, but they will not be scoring any points because there are 3 of an enemy player. Okay, so they will be scoring points because it has to be 3 or more warriors of the same player for them to be unable to for them to get a punishment. All right, so they score 1 point, and they have surpassed me in victory points. Let's see how that goes. Now they will continue with their spreading of sympathy. Yeah, looks good. Place a sympathy token in the ordered unsympathetic clearing with the fewest enemy warriors. Now they are unable to because they are not adjacent to there. So we have up there, that's the fewest enemy pieces. It will have to be here. Now, next after that, we have Surprise Revolt, which will not be happening. Organizing each clearing with a base in 3, no such clearing. And then they recruit 1. And then they discard the order card. There you go. Now, after that, we move on to the Vagabot. Let's see what the Vagabot draws as an order card. It's a bird card, as you can see, with no craftable items on it. So there will not be crafting. There is no slipping because the Vagabot has more than 2 undamaged items. So the Vagabot will just head straight on in to explore. Move to the closest clearing with, just have a real quick look in the law of robotics, because it feels a little strange that they don't have to exhaust items to move. Vagabot remove nimble items to take action. The Vagabot must exhaust items. Can be face up, exhaust items, flipping face down to take many actions. When gained, all items are placed face up. Battle track. Populate ruins, birdsong, slip. You can take aid. Water, then exhaust one item. Water, there's exhausting one item per move. Okay. There you go. Well, at least that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. No worries. So that is it is 2 clearings away. So that is 2 items that has to be exhausted for that move. And then we exhaust 1 item to pick up the item from the ruin, not scoring any points because it is in fact a bot, and this bot does not score any points for exploring the ruins. However, this is the 6th item, so it goes on to the battle track. And if you're wondering what that is, the battle track right there, you can see there, it is depending on how many items the Vagabot has, the more damage the Vagabot can do in battle. So it is done with the explore. Now it is time to check in on the quest. So the quest that the Vagabot has to do is in a fox clearing, which is the current clearing that the fox is in, as you can see right there. So the fox will be doing the errand in a fox clearing quest and scoring 1 victory point for doing so, and the Vagabot is now tied with me. Now the Vagabot will be drawing a new quest card, which is Expel Bandits in a Rabbit Clearing. That is the next quest that Vagabot will have to be dealing with. Now it is time for the Vagabot to aid. Aid targeted player in clearing with any items and the least victory points. So it is either me or, well, it is actually only me because I am the only player in that clearing who has any items at all. So the Vagabot will be exhausting 1 item to gain the item that I have available. And that means that the Vagabot take that item and score 1 victory point, and so they have surpassed me in victory points, and then I draw a card because they gave me a card. And the card that I drew was a fox card with 2 fox clearing crafting cost to craft fox fork steel, giving you a sword and 2 victory points, which is useful. Maybe I might use it to craft, or maybe I might use it to expand my warriors into fox clearings all over the map. Let us go on then for the Vagabot, who is now going to be battling. Move to the nearest clearing with the pieces of the enemy with the most victory points, and that is the clearing that the Vagabot is currently in, because the mechanical Marquees has the most victory points. And then the Vagabot will be battling. Exhaust 1 item to battle that player. Score +1 per enemy warrior removed. So let us see how this battle shapes up. We have a 1 and a 2. So the Vagabot, because the Vagabot has max 2 hits, can do 2 hits to the mechanical Marquees, and they lose 2 warriors, and the mechanical Marquees, they do 1 hit to the Vagabot, damaging 1 of the Vagabot's items. Then that means that the Vagabot gets 2 victory points for removing 2 enemy warriors. And I repeat this action as many times as possible. However, each subsequent battle the Vagabot wants to conduct costs 2 items, and the Vagabot does not have 2 items available to exhaust. So the Vagabot will not be doing any subsequent battles. That marks the end of the daylight for the Vagabot, and we go into evening. If you have any damaged item, refresh 4 undamaged, and so the Vagabot will be refreshing all the available refreshable items. If you are in a forest, report all items. If not, repair 1 item. Repair unexhausted items before exhausted items, so the Vagabot will be repairing 1 item. And discard the order card, and that is the end of the Vagabot's turn. Alright, now that means it is my turn, and I am unable to craft anything because I do not have any to craft. So then I can flip tokens of your choice face up in clearings with added corvid warriors. For each flip, score 1 victory point per face up plot on the map. Then resolve its flip effect, if any. So there is only one. So I will here. I have 1 warrior. There we go. On flip, take a random card from a player who has any pieces in the clearing. I'm the only one who has any pieces in the clearing, so I will not be doing that. However, I will be scoring 1 victory point, tying me up with the Automated Alliance. Now I can recruit, and to recruit I will be using this fox card right here. I will spend that to recruit a corvid warrior in each fox clearing. There you go, there you go, and then that is all. And then I can take up to 3 actions. Remove 1 corvid warrior plus 1 per token you place this turn to place. Right. I'm not sure. What do I want to do? Do I want to place some oh yeah. Yeah, I think I'll remove 1 corvid warrior from there, and then I'll place a bomb plot token up there. Now, if this had been with other players, I wouldn't be saying what kind of plot tokens I would be placing, because then that would be giving the game away. But since the bots can't hear me, it doesn't matter if I say it out loud. So that's 1, and then I can do 2 warriors. So what do I want over there? Do I want them to not be able to be placed? Maybe I should have put that up there. It's fine. I'll put a raid there so that when they remove it, I get warriors. I want to exponentially get warriors. All right. So, and then there you go. I think I also would like to spend a card to get rid of this, to open up there. Giving me 1 victory point. And then I would like to move my corvid fella over there. So, automated outrage. Whenever a human removes a sympathy token or moves any warriors into a sympathetic clearing, they must discard a matching card. If they cannot, you score 1 point. So that is 1 free victory point for the automated alliance. But I'm pretty sure that's fine. Pretty sure it's fine, and that we will persevere. Yeah. No, it is... What? What? You want to sit on the lap? There you go. Good cat. Good cat. Yeah, so I think that will be the end of my turn. Because I do not think I want to battle. And I do not think I want to move. And I definitely do not want to trick. So yeah, I won't be exerting, so I will draw 1 card plus 1 per that token showing. So that is 2 cards, and those 2 cards are these 2. It's a bird card with a fox clearing crafting cost for a crossbow, and a fox clearing card. All right. Those are fine. Those are fine. Next up now, then we have the mechanical Marquees. Let's have a look at what they will be getting. Just oh, sorry, it's wrong. Here we go. It's a Ophelia. Little visit from a cat right there. That's quite common. It's quite common to have cat visits. So then, as you can see here, the order card that the mechanical Marquees will be drawing is a card without any craftable items on it, and it's a fox card. That means that they will not be doing escalated daylight, so I can just put it there, and then they will be battling in each fox clearing. I'm gonna have to, because I can't lean too far because of the cat here, so let's just have a look there. In each clearing. All right, good. Thank you for the help, chat. Fox clearing. So the player. Most pieces there, and then the most points there. All right, so that is, first we have the fox clearing in the upper right corner. They have clearing 2, where there is a cat and a corvid warrior and a automated alliance. Now the issue is there is a we have an equal amount of points, and we have an equal amount of pieces present. So the question is, what takes precedence? Is it the warriors or is it the tokens? If you get rid of the warriors, they will be unable to fight you there. But if you get rid of the token, you'll be scoring a point. So there is an argument to be had for both parts. So that is the question then. It doesn't say anything. The most points. I guess we'll just make sure that they get a point then. So they'll attack the automated alliance, removing a sympathy token, scoring 1 point for that. Then we have 3, so that is most pieces. That is the electric Erie. So let's see how the mechanical Marquees do against the electric Erie in clearing 3. That is a 1 and a 3, so the cat does 1 damage to the birds, and the birds do 1 damage to the cat. Next up, here we go. That is just simply my warrior against a cat warrior. And let's see how that goes. That's a 0 and a 2. So I do no damage to the cats. The cats get rid of my warrior. And lastly but not least, we have 12. So they will be attacking me and my plot token. And so that is 0 and a 3, meaning that the cat will be taking out my warrior, and that is about it. Oh man, yeah, I wanted them to take out the freaking I wanted them to take out the plot token as well at the same time. Alright. So then we do recruit 4 warriors, evenly distributed among the clearings. So then, and then there's a highest priority, so that is 2 cats here, and a cat there, and a cat there. And then we will be going on to build, which is the sawmill, where they have the most pieces, which is either there or there. And it doesn't say anything about what the tiebreaker is for which clearing, so it is the highest priority clearing, meaning that they have filled up all the building slots for that clearing. And curiously enough, it is a building of each different kind. There is no need for expanding because they were in fact able to build a building. So then we go on to evening, where they score 2 victory points. That is taking them then up to 13 victory points. Alright. Then they discard their order card, and we go on to the Electric Erie. The Electric Erie draws an order card, which is a fox card with no craftable items on it. And they add that then to their decree. Recruit a warrior in a fox clearing with a roost. There you go. Move from the merchant clearing with the rule of the highest priority, which is this one. Move so that you rule exactly, yeah, with a roost. Okay, there are no such clearings available, so just the closest one. So the clearing then fewest enemy warriors, which is here then. So they move in over there for some reason. I'm assuming they're building up to some kind of massive attack going on. And then they battle in each merchant clearing, against the player with the most buildings there. If this card has the most cards, the one actually. Definitive player such with the most pieces there. So again, we end up in the same scenario where there is I and the Automated Alliance, we have an equal amount of pieces and we have an equal amount of points. So I guess they'll just battle the sympathy token. So that is 1 fewer sympathy tokens for the Automated Alliance, and that is 1 victory point for the Electric Erie. Then we go on to resolving decree for the decree for each rabbit clearing, and they cannot recruit because they do not have a rabbit clearing in which they have a roost. And they cannot move because they are not present in a rabbit clearing, and they cannot battle because, again, they are not present. Then we move on to the blue, the bird column. Recruit warriors equal in number to cards in the column, so that's 2 in the magic clearing with a roost, in such a clearing with the most enemy pieces. There you go. This has the most enemy pieces, and then we move from the magic clearing of highest priority, so which would be this, right? Because this one cannot, so it would be this, leaving only 2 warriors, and they go up there to this clearing right here. Definitely taking over the clearing for sure. And then a battle in the matching clearing against the player with the most buildings there. So the most buildings would be here. So they battle the mechanical Marquees. However, the mechanical Marquees do not have a warrior present, so they will just be losing their building. The electric Erie will be gaining a victory point for taking out the cardboard, and that would be the wait, they will be building now. They will be building a roost here up in that clearing because they rule that clearing, and then they will be going to evening and they will be scoring 3 points. 1, 2, 3, and they just overtook me and the Automated Alliance and tied up with the Vagabots. That is the end of the Electric Erie's turn, and we move on to the Automated Alliance. They draw this order card. It is a fox card with a craftable item on it, so they craft that item. And that item is a boot. So they gain a victory point for crafting it. Now I am last. That is unfortunate. Revolts. They will revolt in a fox clearing. They have no fox clearings in which they can revolt, so they get public pity. So they spread their sympathy to fox clearings with the fewest enemy pieces. So this has 4, this has 3, so they spread here. And because of that, they gain a victory point, and then they spread again, which then means the closest one with the fewest, it's definitely not up there because there's a myriad of enemy pieces over there. This cannot, so they spread in here. It's not 3 warriors or more, so they gain a victory point for that as well. Then they spread sympathy one last time. They spread their sympathy to down here and gain 2 victory points, tying them up with the mechanical Marquees. And that is it for their daylight. Now, no surprise revolt. However, they will be not doing that up there, so they will be placing a warrior in each clearing with a base. So that is their 3rd warrior up in clearing 5. And then they discard their order card. Then we go to the Vagabots. Let us see which order card the Vagabot draws. It is a fox card with no craftable items. So let's have a look at what the Vagabot will be doing. If you have 2 or fewer, they do not. They have plenty of undamaged items, so they will not be slipping. They will be going to explore, which is this ruin right here. So that is 1, 2 moves to get to that ruin, and that means 2 items has to be exhausted. They arrive at the ruin and then they exhaust 1 item to explore the ruin, and that is an item for them. No points for the Vagabot though, because it is indeed a bot, not a human, so it does not get points for exploring. Sorry. This is now 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 more item, and they will have their 9th item, making the Vagabot able to do 3 hits. Next up, now we have the battle. So the Vagabot is going to have to battle against either the mechanical Marquees or the Automated Alliance. However, move to the nearest clearing with any pieces. Any pieces with the most victory points. So the closest clearing with an enemy with the most victory points now is the current one that the Vagabot is in. And that means that the Vagabot will be removing this sympathy token and gaining a point for doing so. Well done, Vagabot. But unfortunately, there are no more Automated Alliance pieces for the Vagabot to attack, so the Vagabot is now done attacking. Now it will do its special move, take a random card from the enemy in your claim with the most points there, then most pieces there. So the Electric Erie definitely has more points than I do. However, the Electric Erie doesn't have any cards. So nothing really happens because it's a bot, and because of the poor manual dexterity of the bots, they do not have a hand from which you can take cards. That means it's the evening time if you have any damaged items, so the Vagabot will only be refreshing 3 items, but it will be fixing an item, and that means that it is now on 6, 7, 8, 9th item. So we go up here to the 9th item, and the Vagabot now has a max of 3 hits. If you are in a forest, yep, and discard the order card. The order card is being discarded. All right. Now it is my turn. So let us see. Shall I be crafting anything? I do not have any plots to craft. I do have a plot to craft with. So then I can indeed craft this card right here, because I have a plot in a fox clearing. Because the mechanical Marquees didn't remove it, so I can craft a crossbow and score 1 victory point. And I do not mind. Even 1 bit. Flip tokens of your choice face up in clearings with any corvid warriors. Each flip score +1 per face up plot per face up plot on the map. Then resolve its flip effect if any. So I will be flipping this. And that means now there are 2 plot tokens face up on the map, and I will be scoring 2 points for flipping that. And that takes me all the way up to 11 points right in front of the Vagabot. Now I will be resolving its effect, which is remove all enemy pieces in its clearing, then remove this token. So I will be removing all of these Automated Alliance warriors, and then I will be removing this sympathy token, and then I will be removing this base, giving me 2 victory points for the 2 cardboards that I removed, and then this will go away, and the Automated Alliance has cracked down. Whenever our base is removed, remove all sympathy tokens from clearings matching the suit of the removed base. Luckily for the Automated Alliance, there are no sympathetic clearings of the same suit, so there will be no more extra removing. Yeah, and then we have then I will recruit. Once per turn, I will spend this fox card right here. I will be spending this to recruit warriors in each fox clearing. So there we go, and there we go, and there we go, and there we go. Now we can take up to 3 actions. All right, that is a good question. What shall I do? I want to remove this and move it over here, which means that the Automated Alliance will gain a victory point. because I want the cats to remove that token so that I get victory points for it. No, not victory points. That so that I get the so they get the warriors out. However, should I perhaps put down a plot here that I would like to flip next turn, and then I can also put down a plot there. All right. So the question now is, because I know that I want something there, or do I perhaps? Maybe I want something. Maybe I don't want something there. Maybe I want something up there. Maybe I want to be try to meddle in the middle of the mechanical Marquees and the electric Erie fighting up there. So I'll take these two warriors instead, and then I'll hope that they will not be removing my plot token before I'm able to flip it. Yeah, that looks good. Now I will not be doing an, or should I perhaps do an extra one without Actually, yeah, I think I'll exert. You may take an extra daylight action. If you do not draw cards during the next step. So I will be moving this one over there because I'm nimble. It doesn't matter if I rule any of the clearings because I'm nimble. So I can just move to any clearing I want to. No problem. Hey, up. No. No. So yeah. So no drawing of any cards. And we move on to the mechanical Marquees. Let's see what they do. They get a order card of a rabbit clearing, and so as you can see, they have a craftable item on it. However, it is currently unavailable because all of the coins that you see that you're supposed to craft with the bake sale, all of those are cleared out. There are no more coins left. So there are no more coins to craft, which is a shame for the mechanical Marquees. Let's see here. So starting to be. Oh wait, there you go. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We can leave it for a little bit longer. Or yeah, might as well just plug it in, right? So that we're sure that we're not suddenly going to lose the camera. Looks good. All right, let's continue. The mechanical Marquees will be battling in each ordered clearing. So they will be battling there. They cannot. Here they will be removing this sympathy token right there, scoring 1 victory point for doing so. Recruit, they will be recruiting evenly among all the clearings that they rule. However, they do not rule all the yellow clearings, all the rabbit clearings, so they will be putting a couple extra ones in the clearing 1. Next up we have build, and that is a workshop in the clearing with the most Marquees warriors, and that would be this one. So 10 and 1, however 1 has a high priority, so they will be building their workshop there. Very good. Very good. Hello, Neon Cat X. Nice to see that someone actually used the command. You're the first person ever to use the command in this stream. Fun. It's nice to see how it works. Hello. Hope you're enjoying the experience of playing Root, especially considering it's the special occasion with the Kickstarter campaign having been launched, which will bring a new expansion to Root, and I am very excited. Very excited. And with that Kickstarter campaign, they will also be coming with Clockwork Expansion 2, meaning that they will be you will be able to play with the bot versions of the 4 new factions, i.e. the Corvid Conspiracy, the Underground Duchy, others, and what was the other ones? How am I blanking on the last ones? Oh, the lizards. The lizards! Right. So they just built. So now it's time to move. And that is all but 3 of your warriors from each order clearing to the adjacent clearing with the most enemy pieces. Adjacent clearing with the most enemy pieces, that's there. And quality of the stream. Over the table, top with 3 cameras. Hey, thank you. I'm glad you appreciate the attempted production quality. I like it. It's I feel like it's, I'm gonna try to make it as good of a experience to watch this stream as possible. And you know, when you're here in real life, you kind of want to be able to look at all the different things going on, but it's a little hard with the stream. So we have a portable camera right here and top camera right there, and then obviously camera for me, because you have to see me too. It will be boring not to. This cat right here shall go to the clearing with the most enemy pieces, which is most definitely this one, because there's a whole bunch of birds there. They're all a whole nest of birds. I was about to say a murder of crows, but they're not crows. I'm playing the crows. That is the end of... They did build, so there's no need to expand, so they will be scoring 1 victory point, which is very good. And then they discard this order card, and they are done. Now let's have a look at the Electric Erie with their order card, which is the good old bunny clearing. No craftable items on it, so they will just be putting the bunny clearing. They will just be putting the bunny card in their decree right here, and go ahead with their resolvement of the decree. Let's see. First, they recruit a warrior in a fox clearing where they have a roost. They have 2 different roosts, so the question is, where do they want to recruit? They want with the most enemy pieces, which is definitely up there. Then they move from the merchant clearing rule of highest priority, which is definitely this one. They move, so they have the biggest, the Buckaroo Giant Shelf board game. Thank you. Yeah, I have a couple of board games, you can say. A couple. I have so many board games, and I'm such a big fan of board games that I bought a specialized board game shelf. So this shelf right here has adjustable shelf size to fit each individual board game on each individual shelf. I'm very proud of it. It costs a bunch of money, but I absolutely love board games, so I feel like it's more than enough, more than worth it. Yeah, we are moving from there, and the biggest challenger to the rule there are the mechanical Marquees, and so they can move all but 2 warriors from there. That means 5 warriors, and they will move to wherever they can that does not have a roost. However, again, they're encountering the same problem of there being a roost in every adjacent clearing, because these mountain paths, haven't been open enough. There are not enough of the open mountain paths, making it hard for the electric Erie and making it hard for the bots to move efficiently. If there had been a human playing the Erie dynasty, they would be realizing what they should be doing. Like, for instance, they should be opening up the path so that they can move and take out my bird over there. But I feel like this map is probably really stunting the electric Erie's ability to play and to perform well, which is a shame. But you know, what can I do? They will be moving from the matching clearing rule to such a clearing with no rules. So fewest enemy warriors, then lowest priority. So fewest enemy warriors, meaning that they will be moving back here, which is absolutely not ideal. Much battle in the matching clearing. Whoops, sorry. That's the unfortunate part about the portable camera setup. The camera is so portable that it can fall down. Yes, they will be battling now in a matching clearing against a player with the most buildings there. No buildings. The clearing definitize battle player with the most pieces there. So that will be the mechanical Marquees. So the electric Erie will be battling the mechanical Marquees, and let's see how that goes. We have, there you go, please focus, there you go, 2-2. So that is 2 damage each, 2 birds are taken out, and 2 kits are taken out. Alright. That is the first column. Now on to the next column, which is the yellow column. If this column has the most cards, deal 1 extra hit. I guess we'll be dealing 1 extra hit twice then, because there are 2 columns with an equal amount of most cards. Recruit warriors equaling number 2 cards in this column, meaning 2. So they will be recruiting 2 in rabbit clearing roosts, but they do not have any rabbit clearing roosts, unfortunately. So they will not be recruiting. Move, they are not even present in any rabbit clearings, so they will also not be battling. Oh, the mechanical Marquis should have gotten a point because they ruled that one. Remember, I was thinking about having to remember to make sure to do that, but I forgot. It happens. Instead they will be doing the recruiting in here. Recruit in such a clan with the most enemy pieces. So which here has the most enemy pieces? This has 3 enemy pieces. This has 3 enemy pieces. This has 1, 2 enemy pieces. So only 3 ships, no base, unless they play differently in Clockwork. Yeah, they in Clockwork they have like they can easily spread 3 sympathies in 1 turn, so they get points quickly in the Clockwork. So I wouldn't be feeling too bad for the for the Automated Alliance if I was you. Up there, that's the clearing with the most enemy pieces, and then we move from the matching clearing you rule of highest priority. So we have to leave 2 warriors here, so that means this. So we have to leave. So we have to have then, and then we move to destination, such a claim with no rules. The fewest enemy pieces. There are equal amount of enemy pieces. Then lowest priority. So then they move here. Move in there. Then automated outrage is not triggering because there wasn't a human player that moved in. Now, battle in the marching clearing against a player with the most buildings there. Unfortunately for the electric area now, they are not present in any clearing in which they do not already have a roost. So they will be unable to build a new roost. So they are guaranteed to go into turmoil. Alright, bottom of marching clearing is a player with the most buildings there. In this column, clearing side, pathline is a player with no roost, then most defenseless buildings. There are no defenseless buildings, however, there are defenseless tokens. And tokens of the same player. Alright, so this token is not defenseless, this token is. So yeah, now it's getting closer to RIP Woodland Alliance. Because the Electric Erie just took out 1 more of their sympathy tokens. So the Electric Erie gains 1 victory point. And now the Electric Erie is supposed to build, however they are not present anywhere where they can build a roost. So there should be some sort of clause, I think, for the electric area when you're playing on the mountain map, for the electric area to somehow open paths if they are unable to build a roost. You know, it kind of sucks to see the electric area get stuck, so very stuck. However, they are stuck, so they are going into turmoil. Use 1 victory point per bird card, 2 victory points lost. They are down to 8 victory points. And then Purge Decree, accept loyal viziers. So that is this cards right here. There you go. There you go. And pow over there. And then go to evening. Score 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 11. And that is it for them. Now it is time for the Automated Alliance. Automated Alliance, let's have a look at the card. Their order card for this round. And it's a bird card with a craftable item that is even available. So they will indeed craft that item. This sword. And that will get them 1 victory point. And then it's time to revolt. They are indeed able to revolt. So remove all enemy pieces from the ordered sympathetic clearing with the most enemy pieces and place the ordered base there. Most enemy pieces, which is here, it's 4 or versus 4. There are no qualifiers for which they will choose then, so it will be the clearing with the highest priority. So they revolt in this clearing right here, removing these 2 kids, this crow right there, and this token right here. And that is unfortunate because this is not the token I wanted removed. The token I wanted removed is over there. So they just removed my token and stopped me from getting some points. Freaking dagnabbit. So that is a fox base. There you go. They get a point for removing my token. That's good. So since they did indeed revolt, they will not be getting any public pity. So then they will just be spreading sympathy like normal. So they will be placing a token in the sympathetic clearing, ordered sympathetic clearing, with the fewest enemy warriors adjacent to any sympathetic clearing. Alright, so fewest enemy warriors, that's 3 versus 3. So that's highest priority, meaning they spread sympathy to there. There's no... Oh, wait. Whoops. They're supposed to do the surprise revolt in daylight instead of in the morning. So this will happen still. However, they will be because it's a bird card. That's why I messed up. So when it's a bird card, they're supposed to wait with the revolt. So because they waited with the revolt, they will be gaining 1 victory point for that spreading of sympathy. For that sympathy spreading. Wait, no, they will not, because there are 3 warriors there. But since they didn't revolt, they will get public pity, so they will be spreading sympathy twice now. And that is with the fewest enemy pieces, which would mean here, so they will be gaining a victory point for that. And then they will be spreading sympathy once again. Get a victory point if it hadn't been for the fact that there are too many warriors where they ended up. So they didn't get a victory point for that but now, and then now it happens, this whole thing where they blow up and they make a base and then go crazy and all that stuff, and then we go to organize, and after organize is over we go to recruit, which is now place a warrior in each clearing where there is a base. So here we go. Now there is a mouse over there by the base. And we discard the order card and we go on to the Vagabot and see what the Vagabot is planning on doing right now. And the Vagabot order card is a mouse clearing with a craftable items that is even available. So the Vagabot will be crafting that item, the T, and there you go. So that's 8, 9, 10. 2 more items, and the Vagabot will be having his 12th item, which means that the Vagabot will be dealing an extra hit as an attacker. No slipping necessary because the Vagabot has a bunch of undamaged items available. So the Vagabot will be going for the quest, which is 1 clearing away. There you go. And the quest the Vagabot will be doing is the expel bandits in the rabbit clearing. And so the Vagabot doesn't have to exhaust items to move, but the Vagabot has to exhaust items to do the quest. The 2 items exhausted, giving the Vagabot 1 victory point, and the Vagabot is now tied with the Electric Erie for last place. That is the end of the quest. Now the Vagabot will be aiding, and that is either the Mechanical Marquees or the Woodland Alliance or the Automated Alliance. However, the Automated Alliance is the only faction there that has any items that the Vagabot can aid for. So the Vagabot will be aiding the Automated Alliance for those items. Target the player and player with the most items and the least victory points among the players. Exhaust as many items as possible up to the number of items they have. Take that many items from them and score that many victory points. And then they draw that many cards. So the Vagabot will be taking all of these items. And that is certainly the 12th item available. Because now the Vagabot has like an insane amount of items. Most of which are exhausted, but that's fine. Let us go now. The Automated Alliance, unfortunately for the Automated Alliance, they do not get anything because they have poor manual dexterity, so they are unable to have any cards in their hand. However, the Vagabot will now battle, which means that the Vagabot will be battling against the player with the enemy with the most victory points, which ironically is the Automated Alliance. So the Vagabot aided the Automated Alliance and then just started attacking them, which must be a little unfortunate for the Automated Alliance. Must be a little annoying. Yes, so that is the end of the battle, and then the Vagabot will repair by exhausting one item. And now the Vagabot doesn't have any more damage items, so the Vagabot will refresh 6 items instead. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the Vagabot has a whole bunch of items available to start wreaking havoc, if the Vagabot feels so inclined. And that is a card discarded, and we are now going over to me. What will I be doing? First off now, I get a point for removing token from woodland. Oh yeah, the Vagabot, yeah, that's true. That is true. Good catch. Good catch. Well done. Thank you. I mean, if the Vagabot can be Gaga too, I don't mind. It could be Gaga the Vagabot, Gaga the Vaga. Now it is my turn, and I do not have any cards, so I cannot be crafting anything. I would like to flip a token over here, and I flipped that token, and that token was this bomb token right here. Oh, come on, focus. There you go. And that means when I flip a bomb token, first I get 1 point per flipped token on the board, meaning I get 2 points. And then the bomb token removes all the enemy pieces from that clearing. Away the cats go, away the birds go, and away the roost goes. And that is 1 point to me for removing the building, and I get that block token back. Now, time to recruit. Or no, because I don't have any cards. Still don't have any cards. Don't know if the token building rule applies. I've never played Clockwork. Yeah. There are, I think, like 3 exceptions to the regular root rules. If you discount the faction-specific rules, there are 4 exceptions to the regular main rules of root, which is the cost. Bots ignore cost. Items, it ignores the listed. It only gains 1 victory points regardless of what it crafts. And persistent effects, and so they just can't craft it. So they can only craft when there is an item that it can craft. And then it's battling when taking hits. A bot removes all its tokens from the clearing of battle before removing any of its building stairs. So that's just the order of priority. So it focuses on the tokens before. So that's just a decision making as if it was a human, basically. But those are the only changes. Other than those, the base rules of root are all the same, even if you're playing with a Clockwork expansion, which you can play if you want to, because it's available. Even though it doesn't have all these fancy boards right here, it's still available if you want to. If you want to try playing solo, because it is surprisingly fun. It's obviously way more fun to play root with actual other humans, but it is actually surprisingly fun to play root with bots. So I can recommend you give it a try if you would like, especially considering it's free. Yes, I have picked that one, so now I have 3 actions. So the question now is, what would I like to do? Should I? So the question: should I put down a raid here, or should I put down a bomb and hope that it survives? Because actually, I think I want to go. No, wait. I want them to remove that, but I can go 1, 2, and then remove this to put this plot token right there down. Oh, I've been playing it slightly wrong. No, I haven't. Oh, never mind. Removed means that it's already removed. Never mind. That's the actions. I will not exert, so I will be drawing a card plus 1 card per that showing, and that means that I got these 2 cards, which are 2 bird cards, one with a craftable item that is still available. That craftable item gives 1 victory point, and then there's a bird card with the saboteurs. I am, as you know, playing with Partisans and Exiles deck. So the saboteurs at the start of Birdsong may discard this card to discard an enemy's crafted card, which is totally useless when you're playing against only bots. Anyhow, can I use a bird card to recruit and thus put a warrior in every single clearing? I guess. I mean, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong, anything against it. I haven't checked yet, but you know, that is fine. Battle as a defender with a face down prop token, you deal an extra hit. Huh. I think I might not have followed that too harshly. But hey, no matter, let's go on to Mechanical Marquees 2.0 and see what they will be doing. This is their order card. It is a rabbit card with no craftable item. So, let's have a look at what they do. First, they battle in each rabbit clearing. So they start there. There is no one to battle there, and so they go on to there. And they battle the player with the most pieces there, which would be me. So the Mechanical Marquees battle me in clearing 8, and it is a 1 and a 1. Stupid camera, come on! Stop with your silly half focusing. So we both take. Oh, I do an extra hit, but it doesn't matter. No, I don't do an extra hit. It's not face down, but it doesn't matter anyway. So the cat goes away, and I go away. And next battle is this right here, and they battle against the sympathy token, and they take it out, and they score a victory point for that, getting them up into the lead, tied with the Automated Alliance. And then they attack the poor Vagabots. Let's see how that battle goes. It is a 1 and... Come on, stop it. Why won't you just focus? Please. Maybe I need to lift it up a little bit, just a tad. Maybe it needs to be a little tiny bit higher up. Fine, we can do that. Let's put this here. All right. Let's go back to here, and it is a 1 and a 2. That means that the Mechanical Marquees do 2 damage. 2 damage to the Vagabot, and the Vagabot does 1 damage to the Mechanical Marquees, taking out 1 warrior. Yes. that is the end of the battle, because there are no more clerics to battle in. Recruit 4 warriors. So then there's an extra warrior up here, and then 1 warrior in each of these 2 clearings. And that is good. Next up we have build. So they will build a workshop in the clearing where they have the most warriors, which would be here, but this is full, so it is here instead. Down here they will build a workshop down here. That is very interesting. Now they will move all but 3 from each of the clearings. So if we start here with the highest priority, and they will move to the adjacent clearing with the most enemy pieces, which would be this one. So they move in here, no automated alliance, no automated outrage, because it's a bot, and the bot doesn't care about the bot. And then this fella right here will move to the equal amount, highest priority up there. And that is it. The mechanical Marquees did build, so now they will score 2 points, and they are in the lead with 19 points. Oof. Alright, now we discard the order card, and we move on to the electric Erie. Let's have a look at the order card that they will be drawing. It is a bird card with a craftable item that is even available. So they will be crafting this backpack, putting it there, and getting 1 victory point for doing so. And they are tied for last with the Vagabot. Then they add that card to their decree, making their bird card column 3. They resolve the decree by recruiting 3 birds in the bird clearing with the most enemy pieces, which would be down here, because there are 2 corvid warriors down there. Next up, then they will move from the merchant rule of highest priority, which would be this. They will be moving all but 3 of their warriors to the clearing with no roost. And there we go. They're all in there now. They battle in the merchant clearing against the player with the most buildings there. So they'll be battling against the mechanical Marquees. Wait, no. Battle the player with the most pieces there. So the most pieces. Battle such clearing with no roost, the most defensive buildings, and there. Most pieces, they will be attacking me. So let's have a look and see how that battle goes. It's a 0 and a 0. No damage, except that they will be doing 1 damage, because that is the column with the most cards in it. And then they're trying to build, however they're unable to build, so they will be losing 3 victory points and purging their decree, and then going straight to evening, scoring 2 victory points, and they are once again in last. It pains me to watch the electric Erie just suffer at the suffer through this game this way. It's not good. It's not good. Next up we have the Automated Alliance. Let's see what card they get for their order card. It is a mouse card with no craftable items on it. So let's get moving. They will revolt in a mouse clearing where they have sympathy. They do not have sympathy in the mouse clearing, so they will get the public pity, meaning that they will spread sympathy to ordered unsympathetic clearing. Where did it go? Oh, down there. Ordered unsympathetic clearing, which is this. or nothing. So this, they will be getting no points because there are too many warriors there. However, they will be spreading sympathy once again. And that next sympathy clearing is up here, and there they will indeed be scoring 1 point. And now we go on to daylight, meaning that they will be spreading sympathy one more time. And they will be spreading the sympathy here. And they will only be scoring 1 point, and then they are now tied for the lead with the mechanical Marquees. All right. Good. Interesting. No surprise to Revolt, no organizing. They will be recruiting a warrior in their base. And then they are done. Next up we have the Vagabot. Let's see what the Vagabot is going to do. We have a ordered card here with a craftable item that is even available. So the Vagabot will be crafting that item. And getting even more items and scoring 1 victory point. However, it is a mouse card, so let's see what the Vagabot will be doing. In the mouse, they will be doing first, it will be doing a quest. Move to the nearest clearing, matching the quest. There is clearing highest priority. Then exhaust any 2 items to discard the quest and score 1 victory point. So you exhaust 2 items to complete this quest. There's escort in mouse clearing mission. It's quite fun illustration that Kyle Ferrin has made there, with the little Vagabot running, carrying the little mouse overhead. Running like crazy. I love it. I love Kyle's drawings. They're so adorable. And I love his explanation for drawing the root drawings the way that he did, with the incessant nagging from his kids to draw cute woodland creatures. And that's why he's drawing all these drawings so cute and adorable, even though it's a war game where they're freaking taking each other out and stuff. It's a ruthless game. Alright, the next quest available for the Vagabot then is the Expel Bandits in Mouse Clearing. And then now we have aid from but whom? Whom shall the Vagabot be aiding? Target player in your clearing with any item and the least VP. So it's either the Automated Alliance or the Mechanical Marquees. Neither of them have any items available, so there will be no aiding today. Then we have Battle. Battle, you go to the clearing with any pieces. Oh, so they have both pieces. Score if target defender is in multiple, exhausting. Move to they have most buildings and tokens, and then fewest warriors. So the Automated Alliance has an undefended token there, which the Vagabot will be attacking and scoring a point for attacking. And then the Vagabot will be repairing an item and being done for the day. And so it has 4, so it will be has a damaged item, so it will be only refreshing 4 items, and then it will fix the last damaged item. And then the Vagabot will be discarding the last, the order card. Alright. Now, that is it for the Vagabot. Now it is time for me. Now, I shall craft using plots face up or down. I can craft with the Woodland Runners item because there is a boot available, and I have a plot in a rabbit clearing, so I can craft that and score a victory point, which is really quite nice. I'll score a victory point. Then I can flip tokens. So I flip this token right there with that warrior right there. And then I gain 2 victory points, and I am tied for the lead with the Mechanical Marquees and the Automated Alliance. Now I can spend this card to place a warrior in each. So let's have a look at the rules real quick to check what happens if you do that with the bird song. Yep. Well, per turn, if you spend a bird, choose one suit to place warriors in. Alright, so I don't get to place warriors in every single clearing. I have to choose a suit. Well, that's good to know. It's better than nothing. Where do I want my warriors? Do I want them in mouse clearings, or do I want them in rabbit clearings, or fox clearings? I'm thinking mouse clearings, yeah. I'll put here and here, where it's a ton of people. And then here and then here, which is nice now, because then I can put a plot there. I could put a plot there. There is snare. I can put a plot over here, which is I guess another snare, and then I can move up here. I have to give the Woodland Alliance a card, but I can't, so the Woodland Alliance gets a victory point. I just have to hope that the freaking Woodland Alliance doesn't, or actually I'll not put that snare there. I'll just use these to attack that sympathy token, because I do not want them to blow up my stuff. So it's 1 point for the Woodland Alliance, and then 1 point for me as well. So that's a battle instead of moving to token. So then I'll move this bird down here to do the token thing there. All right, very good. Now we are going to evening. I will not be exerting, so I will be drawing 3 cards, because I now have 2 coins, plot tokens visible, and the 3 cards that I drew are these: 1 mouse clearing, 2 fox clearings, and 2 craftable items. However, only the gently used knapsack is the one, is a craftable item that has a craftable item available up here. As you see, it has to be available here for it to be crafted. Cannot craft unless you have enough. If you have the item, unless you have the item available. All right. That is it for me right now. I'm tied for the lead with the Woodland Alliance. Let's see how that goes. Let's have a look at the order card for the Mechanical Marquees. There we go. It's a mouse clearing. Oh boy, they're going to attack me so much, aren't they? Yeah. It's a mouse clearing with a craftable item. However, there are no more craftable items of that kind, so they cannot craft. So instead, they will battle in each ordered clearing. So, starting at the lowest priority, 6 here, no, nothing here. They will battle there. Whom will they battle? Battle the player with the most pieces there. So they will be battling the Electric Erie, this entire army of the Electric Erie. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, they both do damage to each other. That's one bird and one cat gone. Yeah, that's whatever. Then the cats will attack me up there, which is fair. Whoop. Sorry. Hope no one got any kind of seasickness from that. There you go. Okay, so now you don't want to focus. Is that what you're trying to say? Cool. Why? Why do you like this camera? Why do you like this? There's no point in being like that. Yeah, so I do no damage to the cat. The cat. Wait. Yeah, battle the one with the most victory points, which is me. The Vagabot doesn't have enough victory points to be battled against. Alright. Good. Now it is time to recruit in the mouse clearings. They are only present in one mouse clearing, so they're going to have to recruit all of the warriors in that one mouse clearing. There's a freaking army here now. And then build mouse. They will build a recruiter. Obviously, that's where they have the most, but they can't build there, so they have to build highest priority here. Then they move all but 3 warriors from here to clearing adjacent clearing with the most enemy pieces. So that's 2 enemy pieces, 2 enemy pieces, 3 enemy pieces. So they move on over here with me. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. And build, move, and score 1 victory point. And the Mechanical Marquees 2.0 are tied for the lead with me and Automated Alliance. Alright. Discard, and then now we go on to the Electric Erie. They draw their order card. Let's see. Have a look here. It's a rabbit card with no craftable items on it. So they put it in their decree. And then they recruit in a rabbit clearing. Nope, they cannot. Next, they move from a rabbit clearing, which they cannot. Then the battle, which they cannot. And then they recruit 2 warriors. Such a clearing with the most enemy pieces and fewest Erie warriors. Most enemy pieces would be here. And then they move from the magic clearing a rule of highest priority. Highest priority here. Move these 3 to wherever. With fewest enemy warriors. Up here, still amassing an army here for no reason. My favorite faction to play as? That's a good question. That's a good question. I haven't gotten to play enough Root with actual people to even be remotely close to satisfied with having played enough. I don't know. I really like the Erie Dynasty because it's so much fun to build up a decree and like a tableau, and then just exponentially being able to, and as long as you're able to solve the puzzle, you can get through real quick. But I've been enjoying playing as the duchy, the underground duchy as well, because they're also quite exponential. You just have to be a lot more careful. A lot more careful about your buildings. What about you? Do you have any favorite factions to play? Neon Codex? That is... Now they have to battle in a magic clearing against the player with the most buildings. Defenseless buildings and tokens of the same player. There we go, tokens. So then they battle against the Automated Alliance. And the Electric Erie gets a point for that. And then they're supposed to build. And again, they go in turmoil because they can't build. So they lose this card. And then the 2 points. 1, 2. And then they go into evening and they score 2 points. And then it just goes around like that. Alright. Well, that's not very fun. Automated Alliance time. Let's see what they will be doing. Ooh. They get the ordered card for the rabbit clearing with the craftable item. However, the craftable item is not available, so they will not be crafting. They will be revolting if they do indeed have a sympathetic token in a rabbit clearing. So they will revolt, and they remove all of these mechanical Marquees warriors, and my token, giving them 1 victory point for removing that, and they get the base. However, since they were able to revolt, they will not be getting public pity, and so they will only be spreading sympathy once. Daylight, time to spread some sympathy. They spread sympathy in the ordered unsympathetic clearing, which is unfortunate for them because there are no ordered sympathetic clearings where there are fewer than 3 warriors, so they will not be getting a point for this spread of sympathy regardless of where they place it. So what fewest enemy warriors are chosen during the unsympathetic clearing, so fewest enemy warriors, and then I guess that it will be highest priority. They cannot place anything there because the keep is there, so then this is the highest priority. Next, surprise revolt, no organizing, but they will be placing a warrior in this clearing and then a warrior in this clearing. So like the way it works and how it's very strategic but doesn't have a lot of moving pieces since you're just the one character. Yeah, I can see that. The Vagabond is super fun. You're like your own little thing that just doesn't care about anything that goes around. I'm thinking I might be I might be a huge fan of the Badgers that are coming in the new Marauders expansion. That is in the Kickstarter campaign that they launched. I think I'm going to like those. Those sound like a lot of fun because they focus on just going through the forest and getting the relics that they need. They're not as focused on fighting. That's kind of fun. But that's also true about the Riverfolk. The Riverfolk company, they aren't focused on fighting either. They're just there to sell their wares. They're just trying to make some money. That's pretty fun. But yeah, absolutely, the Vagabond is super fun. Yeah, and especially since you have like the unique Vagabond pieces depending on which character card you have. That's pretty cool too. Gotta admit. Right, that is the end of the turn for the Woodland Alliance. So let's have a look at the Vagabot. What will the Vagabot be doing? Their ordered card is the Mouse Clearing with a craftable items that is indeed available. Very fun. So they will be crafting. The Vagabot will be crafting that item, and they have too many items now, so they will score 1 point. The real focus hard, especially if people are experienced and know to just not trade with you. Yeah, but that's kind of the thing. Like, you have to make it so tempting. You have to make them an offer that they can't refuse. And if no one trades with you at all, your protectionism is going to make sure that you are able to sustain yourself, and then you can just be wandering the board on your own and getting your points that way instead, which is probably not the best for the other people, because then you'll be scoring points with very little input from them. Yeah, the Vagabot now has too much stuff, so it's time for the Vagabot to do stuff. So the Vagabot has to go into a maze clearing and expel some bandits, as shown by this quest card right here. The Vagabot is exhausting 2 items to finish that card. There you go. And the next quest is errand in a rabbit clearing. As you can see, the Vagabond is looking at the list of stuff he has to do for whomever in the rabbit clearing. That was a quest finished. That's a victory point for the Vagabond. And next we have aid. So the Vagabond is here with the mechanical Marquees. No aiding to be done, because the mechanical Marquees doesn't have any items. Battle then against the Automated Alliance, huh? Interesting. Move to the nearest clearing with any pieces of the enemy with the most victory point. Then if target defends multiple clearings that's equal distance, move to clearing where they have most buildings and tokens, and then fuse them. So the Automated Alliance, the Vagabond moves in there into clearing 8, the rabbit clearing, to deal with the Automated Alliance, because the Automated Alliance is the faction with the most victory points at the moment. So the Vagabond moves in there, and then the Vagabond exhausts an item to do a battle against the Automated Alliance. So they both deal an extra hit, which is interesting. So that's a 0 and a 3, or the 4 hits from the Vagabond and 1 hit from the Automated Alliance. So the Automated Alliance is completely out. Base removed and sympathy token removed. That is 2 points for the Vagabond, plus 1 point for the warrior that was removed, and the sympathy tokens from the rabbit clearings are also removed. Well, it's very hard for them to control a clearing in order to set up a trading post, especially if two warrior heavy people are in, like cats, Erie, lizard, duchy. Yeah, because you have to use 2 warrior in clearing that rules. Yeah. Well, it depends. It depends entirely on the setup. It is possible. It is possible to play as the, but it is probably harder indeed. But it is possible to play as the Revolt company, even if people don't want to trade with you. The Automated Alliance, no. That's the thing. The Automated Alliance, they do not get the higher die. The Automated Alliance have automated ambush. In battle as a defender with any Alliance warriors, you deal an extra hit. No. The Woodland had 3, as you can see here. The Woodland, the Vagabond has 3, and the Woodland has 0. No. No, the Woodland has 3, and the Automated Alliance has 0. So the total For the wood, for the Vagabot is 4, and the total for the Automated Alliance is 1. Since they get the extra hit. Yeah. So that was it for the Vagabot. It just went in and just completely annihilated the Automated Alliance in that clearing. And now it's time to repair whichever item was destroyed from that one hit the Automated Alliance did. And yeah, it is indeed a different rule in Clockwork. Like I said, the base rules have very few exceptions, but there are noticeable difference in the Clockwork faction rules. They are quite different. Evening time, if you have any damage item, no damage item, so the Vagabot, well, the Vagabot would have refreshed all of the items anyway, because there were only 4 exhausted items. No need to repair anything, and the order card is being discarded. Now it is time for me to do something interesting. All right. So I can look at crafting, which is a shame because I had this card that I was planning on crafting, but then the Vagabot just crafted the last knapsack right in front of my eyes, right before it was my turn, which is a little annoying, but that's fine. Okay. Informants now. All right. So I will not be crafting. So I will flip tokens. I have only 1 token to flip. That is this token right here. There we go, flipping the token, and it's a snare. So that gives me 2 victory points, and that means that I am finally in the lead. Oh boy. Very interesting. Very fun. Let's see if I'm able to do it. Yes, so I flipped 1. There are no more to flip because this, I want the freaking cats to take that out. Yeah. So recruit, spend any card to place 1 warrior in each clearing. Okay, so mouse clearing, or oh wow, there's this freaking thing right there. There's a freaking army right there. It's too many. Oh, hang on. It looks like I just have to go real quick and do this real quick, and like that. Just excuse me for a tiny little moment while I just get this up and running. There you go, perfect. All right. Now the question is, should I recruit warriors in mouse clearings, or should I recruit warriors in fox clearings? Because if I recruit warriors in fox clearings, I'm going to start doing stuff. Start being in the way of them removing that token right there. And I'm going to be here. I don't know what they're planning on doing. Maybe I can get the heat off of me by opening. How many times? I wonder, how many times can I open a pass? How many passes can I open? Once per turn in the daylight. All right. Okay. Okay. Well, how about we? Well, it's birdsong, so I have to make a decision first. Oh my gosh, this is too hard. All right. Here's what we do. We recruit warriors in what? But that's no. Actually, never mind. We recruit warriors in the fox clearings. So we have 1 up here, 1 down here, 1 in here, and then one over there. All right. Good. Now I'm going to open up a clearing, this right here, so that try to flush the birds in on the woodland alliance, because I'm a little afraid of they're spreading sympathy. It's looking a little scary. So that's 1 point for removing a closed path. And then I want to get, I think I want to get that back. Oh, that was probably pretty dumb, because they can't move from there anyway. So I will put a token there by removing this fella, and then I will move up there. And then I will I'll just battle yeah. It's the only can you do domination card in Clockwork and the game versus bot? Domination card seems like they would be easy. Yes. You can use domination against bots. The bots cannot use domination. That's the only restriction on domination. So it it would probably be a bit easy way to win for sure. I don't think I would be a big fan of using domination against the bots, because it feels a little bit cheaty, because the bots aren't going to be aware that you're using the domination, so they're not going to focus on stopping you from ruling those clearings. So I wouldn't do it, but I don't judge anyone for however they want to play. Like, if you want to play against bots with domination victories, that's, you do you, no? However you have it. That's the important part, to have fun. Maybe I can just remove the birds from there, because they can't spread in there anyway, because there's a snare there. I'm a little afraid of the cats, I'll admit. Actually, so what if I put then the other raid token here, and then they'll give me warriors. Perfect. Perfect. All right. I think that will be it for me. So I will be drawing 1, 2 cards. The 2 cards will be these two, a couple of ambush cards. Come on, focus. Why won't you? Why are you refusing to focus now? Oh. What's going on? There you go. It was not set to Continues. No. Alright, fine. Be that way. Be that way. So these are an example. You might not be able to see. There you go. Ambush cards. Those are... You can't use them against the bots, but you can use domination cards against the bots. I guess it's just so like that because there isn't a reason why you shouldn't be able to if you want to use them against bots. But like ambush cards, those are a little bit more hate surprise. Those are a little bit more like they. I guess maybe there's no reason to restrict the use of ambush cards and not restrict the use of domination cards. That's kind of a good point, Neoncat. Kind of a good point. It's a good point. Oh no, snap! Sorry, I forgot to swap the cameras. It's poor production. It's a solo production here. There's bound to be some silliness. Yeah, I'm done. Now we go to the mechanical Marquee and let's see what they have in store for us. They have here this. Oh yeah, you're right. I can't put the two. I can't put the two in the same clearing. So then I before I draw the cards, I should do the attack on either the birds or the Woodland Alliance. I guess I'll go for the birds. There we go. So 3 and a 0. So that's 2 hits against the birds. Now we just have to hit their base and I'm pretty safe. Then I draw cards and doop, and then now, what is the card that the mechanical Marquees are drawing? Oh, hey, look at that! It's a mouse card. No craftable items, so they will just start with their mouse card, and they start with battling in each mouse clearing. First, lowest priority. 5 is the lowest priority. So the mechanical Marquees will be battling against me in the clearing where I tried to hit accidentally. So that's a 3. And why are you being so bad now, camera? 3 and a 1. So that is 3 from the mechanical Marquees, taking out my 2 birds and my plot. And I take out only 1 cat. So the mechanical Marquees score a victory point for taking out my plot. And then they have here, there will be no battling there. Next up, they will recruit 4 warriors evenly distributed among their mouse clearings. So that is 2 in that mouse clearing and 2 in that mouse clearing. And now it's time to build. It is time to build a recruiter in the clearing where they have the most warriors, which would be either this or this one. And since this is the only one with a free building space, that is where they will be building. All right. Now they move all but 3 of their warriors, so that is down here and then 2 down here, and that is basically it for what the mechanical Marquees will be doing this round. And now they will score 2 points, and now they are tied with the victory with me. Tied for the victory with me. All right. Discard their order card and move on to the electric Erie. Let's have a look at the order card that they will be drawing. As you can see here, it is a bird card with no craftable items. So they put it right there in their decree. And they resolved the decree. Can a mechanic cat use the keep? What does it do in clockwork? Yeah, no, the keep, they only use the mechanical Marquees have for the keep in clockwork expansion is that you cannot place anything there as an enemy of the mechanical Marquees. They do not use field hospital. They only use the keep as the keep. Electric Erie, let's see, you're recruiting some warriors. In the magic clearing with the roost, with the most enemy pieces. So it would be here, but they cannot. So they have to do it here. So they recruit even more warriors over there. And then they move from magic clearing rule of highest priority here, but they cannot. They cannot, so they move from here up here. Finally, I forced them out. I forced them to do something. Alright, the mechanical Marquees, they're supposed to gain a victory point because they rule that clearing in the middle. Sorry, mechanical Marquees, I didn't mean to forget it this time. Now they battle. So they battle in a mission clearing against a player with the most buildings there. They don't have any buildings there, but they need to battle somewhere where they do not have a roost, which is, this is the only place where they are present, and they do not have a roost. So they will battle against the mechanical Marquees in that clearing. Let's see how that goes. It's a 0 and a 2. So then the electric Erie do 2 damage to the mechanical Marquees, and the mechanical Marquees do no damage back. However, now the electric Erie can finally build. So they build a rooster, and now they score 3 victory point. 1, 2, 3. All right. Next up, we have the automated alliance, and that means that I have to reshuffle the discard pile. All right, let's see what the automated alliance are going to do now, because we are all getting close. It's getting real super close. All of us are getting really close to 30 points. So it's going to be really exciting to see who is going to win. Right. All right. Let's see what the automated alliance. Their card is a fox card with no craftable items on it. So they will revolt, and they look like they can revolt. How is snare worded? I thought you could move into an area with snare, but you can't move away. Yep, you can move into an area with snare, but you can't move away. That's correct. 100% correct. Otherwise you can never remove a snare. Yep, that's correct. You can move into, you cannot move out, you cannot place pieces. Can move in, cannot move out. Cannot move, put places. Revolt, remove all enemy pieces from order sympathetic clearing with the most enemy pieces, which obviously is here. So they revolt here, and they remove my bird as well, and they remove the building of the mechanical Marquees, and they remove my plot, which means that I'll get a bunch of warriors all around. Yeah, thank you, finally. And there we go. And then the automated alliance gets 2 victory points for removing 2 pieces of cardboard. No, man. I didn't notice that it was a freaking... It was a fox clearing. I thought it was just some other clearing. Never mind. Never mind. Okay. There you go. Back. Oh, I thought the birds were going to move into the snare, but you said you couldn't. But I guess I missed something. No, I said that they were going to recruit, right? So the recruiting was the question, because they would have recruited here if they were able to. However, they weren't able to recruit there, so they recruited there at the army clearing that they were building up. And then since they were going to move, since I'm trying to move to a clearing with no roost, they moved up there. Because the problem with the electric Erie, right, is that they're moving from the highest priority. And the highest priority here was that when there was still here a closed path, right? When this was still closed. They are trying to move from the highest priority, and they're moving as long as they're able to. So if they're able to recruit more and more warriors in this clearing, then they will keep moving from this clearing. Because they are moving the highest priority clearing that they have enough more warriors in to move. So the electric Erie are moving as many warriors as they can, as long as they have equal amount of warriors in the clearing they're moving from that corresponds to the column that they're currently dealing with, or that they are still in control of the clearing, whichever is higher. So as long as they are able to keep recruiting in this clearing, they are going to keep moving from this clearing. And when they're moving from this clearing, they have only two options to move to when this is closed. And those two options are both clearings in which they have roosts. So that is why there's been a big problem for the electric Erie on the mountain map. So yeah, so that was the whole spiel. I'm sorry I didn't make it clear. Hopefully it's clear now. Hopefully you get hopefully you get what's going on. Ultimate Alliance, I made a mistake there. They did not revolt there, so because they didn't revolt they will now spread sympathy, and they will be spreading sympathy to fox clearings. However, they cannot spread sympathy here, so they will be spreading sympathy to somewhere else, meaning that they will spread to where there are fewest amount of enemy pieces, which is here, and that is because there are too many enemy warriors in that clearing. They will not be getting a point for it, so they will be spreading once more up here. There, they will indeed be getting a point, and they will be tied for the lead with the mechanical Marquees. Next up, we have spread sympathy. So they will spread sympathy, and we have they would like to spread there, but they cannot. So they will spread wherever there are the fewest warriors. They cannot spread up there. So there is only one place to spread unless you're going to go into this hellhole. So they have to spread their sympathy up there, and that results also in not getting a victory point for that spread. Now, no surprise revolt. However, they will organize because they will be removing these three warriors, and then again do another spread sympathy. So they will be spreading sympathy up here, and they will be gaining one victory point because this sympathy that they were currently spreading gave them 2 victory points. But since there are 3 warriors, they get only 1 victory point because of martial law. Because martial law removes one of the victory points that they would have gotten. However, they are now in the lead, which is very exciting. Then we place a warrior in each clearing with a base. So we have a warrior here again. Next up now, that is the end for the automated alliance. Next up now we have the Vagabots. So the Vagabot draws this card as a order card. It's a rabbit clearing, and it doesn't have, well, it doesn't matter if it has a craftable item on it or not anymore, because we are all out of craftable items. So that is a rabbit clearing, and the Vagabot will go on ahead and battle. So the Vagabot will battle the player that has the most victory points, and that is currently the automated alliance. So the Vagabot will be exhausting an item to get rid of this, and that's it. That is it. It takes out the token and then it scores a point, and it's done with battle. And then we repair, no repair needed, and then with special, take a random card from the enemy in your clearing with most points there. There are more pieces there, and then there are nothing, so basically nothing happens on this Vagabot's turn. So it just chills out, refreshes, discard the other card. Now it is my turn. Let us see. I will now be able to craft. I have nothing to craft, so I will not. I can, however, flip now. So I will flip this raid token just to get points. So that is 2 points, 1, 2 for flipping that token, and I have this face up. And I also have this token that can be flipped. It's those coins, and that's 3 points. 1, 2, 3, and I'm at 28 points. And then if I now versus the Woodland Alliance, is the ambush thing only when they have a warrior? Yes, that is correct. It says automated ambush. In battle as a defender with any alliance warriors, you deal an extra hit. Now, this all might seem like, oh yeah, it makes it a little easy, a little too hard, a little whatever. All right, Random Raven. Good night, sleep tight, all that stuff, all that good stuff. Thank you for hanging out. It's nice of you to be here. So sleep tight. Have sweet dreams and all that. So the thing is that if you feel like any of the bot factions are too easy or too hard or too whatever, you have cards that are just how they behave. You have a few difficulty increases, and you have a difficulty decrease. So if you think that the standard bots are a little bit too hard, you can decrease the difficulty, or you have a few steps upwards in which you can increase the difficulty. You also have a few trade cards that you can add to the bots if you feel like they aren't exciting enough, such as the Automated Alliance, for instance. I think I know that one of the trade cards you can add is that the Automated Ambush counts for when there is only a sympathy token as well, which makes it a little bit harder to fight against. But you can also, I think, if you increase the difficulty, I think that the Automated Alliance gains the Woodland Alliance ability of taking the higher die. I'm not quite sure if that's a trait, or because I'm pretty sure there are 2 trade cards and then the difficulty cards. I'm not sure if that gaining the Woodland Alliance of taking the higher die as a defender is a trade card for the Automated Alliance, or if it's a side effect of one of the increased difficulties. But I know that you can do that. So there is a lot of exciting snacks in the Clockwork expansion, and I highly recommend you look into it if you are interested in it. If you have any use for like the Clockwork expansion is nice if you are playing with enough people, or if people aren't interested in playing any of the army factions. Then you can get the Clockwork expansion to play the army factions for you, and then you can all play like those little Vagabots, or the little Woodland Alliance, or the others, or whatever, you know. That is a recommendation from me. But yeah, so let's just finish this off. I'll use this ambush card right here, right? So this card right there, and I'll use that to get rid of this closed path right there, giving me 1 victory point. And then in my daylight I will be attacking this and then taking out this roost, and then that will give me my final victory point, and I have finally won a game against all bot setup, because the freaking bots keep managing to destroy my plans every time I play. But no, I did win. I finally did win against the bot factions. For once, I think this might be the first time I've played Corvid Conspiracy too. I think so. I think first or second time or something like that. I've never actually gotten to play Corvid Conspiracy against any other human players, because as soon as I got the expansion, the freaking pandemic started, and then it was getting just harder by the day to try to gather people to play games with, board games especially. So that was a shame. That was a shame. However, I think that will be it for me. If there are any questions at the very end of this, you can go ahead and we can chat a little bit before I head off, or if there aren't any, there will be nothing for me to do other than to thank you for watching the stream. There's a bit of a delay, I assume, so yeah, all right, that looks like that delay is finishing up, and there are no messages coming in. So thank you so much for spending your time here with me. I really appreciate you wanting to spend your time here with me, watching me play Root against 4 bots in the Clockwork expansion. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed playing for you, and I hope you just had a blast, really. So I also do hope that you will be interested in coming and joining me for the next stream. And well, until then, please do have a wonderful time.